Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Moyer. Welcome to Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now on Twitter.
And we've got a great show in store for you. It's all about Wealth Wednesday. We're going to talk about the 7 levels of different investors. We're going to also talk about secrets and tips for creating your videos for your online biz. And finally, we're going to talk about keeping your health right for your ultimate wealth.
Right? Hashtag Wealth Wednesday. Well, Boss Babe Annie Bosco had it figured out. You just heard Crooked Halo at the top of the show. CMT named her like top of the charts, right? Rolling Stone said she was one of the top country acts to follow. Love her.
Yeah.
Love that
song.
Can't wait to have her on Good Morning La La Land. She's all about empowerment, embracing her vulnerability, really being a boss babe. And you know, that's what our guests are about today. Amanda Russell, Fit Strong Sexy, Arian Alexander, transforming our lives. Whew, I'm inspired.
All about empowering women.
It's all about wealth and women, right?
Absolutely.
Speaking of wealth, we had a wealth of karma last night.
We did.
We had
a great night. So Nick from Karma Army Coins came. He was in town, and we all met over at Honor Bar in Beverly Hills. Because we thought, well, where can we go? Right? We were like, where can we go that's not like too she? People won't be stuffy to like have something bought for them. So we went in, and actually like everybody showed up, which was unexpected, so great. So Annie, the producer, and friends, and all kinds of people were there, and we just hung out. We were just connecting with Nick and stuff. And then there was 2 gentlemen when we first came in. Nick and I were kind of like by the bar. I got an iced tea, and he got a drink. And I was standing there, and the guys were like, "Well, do you want? You know, you can use this stool. We're not really using it." So Nick thought these are the perfect guys to buy the drink for, because once we went over to the table, so he bought their drinks, and then he had the bartender give them the coins and say, the drinks are bought, you know, by whoever, and here are some coins.
Totally stealthy, right? So Nick passes the coins to Joey, who like got really nervous, our server, and then he went and delivered the 2 coins. And so then they got it, and they didn't know where they came from. It was really cool to watch their reactions. They were like taking selfies with them and checking it out. They went to the website. It was really neat. So then Erin kind of went in for it and was like, this is Good Morning La La Land. And you've been karma coined.
Okay, but then what happened was it was kind of funny, because we thought, well, what should we do? So we thought, well, let's give them some extra coins, so maybe they would pay it forward right here in the bar, because we thought, who knows, this could go like a butterfly effect right here in the bar. So I go over, introduce everything, and like give them a few extra coins. And so lo and behold, they decided, you know, we're going to buy a couple girls a couple drinks. So they sent the bartender over to some table to buy some girls some drinks, and they said, the tab's on us. Well, the girls went and ordered dinner on them.
Oh, did they? They went all in.
They went all in. It was so funny.
So when karma goes wrong, no, just kidding.
No, but it was so great. So then I went over there and I was talking to him. They were telling us the story that, you know, he said, I meant to buy their drinks, and we got a whole dinner now. And he said, but you know, that's not what it's about. We're just so excited to be able to pay it forward and see how they're paying it forward. And it was so fun. And then, you know, Nick went to a couple of their tables. And so everybody who had gotten the karma coins, it was like, ooh, watching everybody to see their reactions and what people are going to do with it next. It was really special.
It's so cool to see it all happening in like a controlled environment, because usually you get a coin away and it goes out there somewhere in the world, and you don't get to actually see it happen all so quickly.
What an incredible social experience. I feel like we should do this like weekly. We should choose a bar and just start spreading karma and cocktails. It was so fun.
It was super cool, super fun.
That's
so what'd you do last night?
Oh man, I was working. I wish I would have been at the bar with you guys, spreading some karma love, but
we were working too.
You were working, clearly.
Just working a little differently.
Yes, it sounds like much more enjoyable work. I love my work, but that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And so you can come with us and be part of the Karma Army next time, Rob.
I feel like I'm part of the Karma Army, but
you definitely are.
We'll take it to the west side, so it's a little more convenient for you.
I was AWOL last night. I was a little absent without leave, but I'll make it up next time, I promise.
Okay, deal.
So what do we have in store? I'm so excited. We're talking about videos, we're talking about health, we've got all kinds of stuff in store.
And there's a really exciting event this Saturday. Our girl Leticia, one of our makeup artists here that we absolutely adore, one of her clients is Stacy. She's the creator of Women, Wine, and Wisdom. So it's an incredible community. They're hosting an event at Bloomingdale's in Santa Monica from 11 to 4. They've got an incredible panel. There's tickets available, include Spa Girl cocktails. We love Spa Girl here at Focus TV, part of the family. And in attendance to the amazing event, panel, There's snacks, beauty lounges, gift bags. It's going to be completely inspiring. It's all about finding the balance as a working woman, right? So balancing your career and your health.
Wow.
It sounds like hard though. Like if I'm going to a wisdom on wealth event, I'm going to like one of the best places to shop. It doesn't sound like I want both. Like I think that's one of the kind of tortures of today's world is that we want to be wealthy, we want to own assets, but yet we want all of the glam, all the lifestyle, all the trinkets.
I think you can have it all. Stacey does. Let's take a look at her event.
Women, Wine, and Wisdom is right now a series of panel and networking events. We're dedicated to female leadership, mentorship, and equality. So right now we're focused on bringing the community together. We're doing that by creating these panels where we're bringing in top-level executive women who are thought leaders in the community who can then empower other women, inspire other women, and really get this conversation going. What makes us unique is the fact that we're really focusing on gender partnerships. We want to create male champions so that they can start to influence change in addition to women influencing change. So not only are you going to come and be inspired, you're also going to come and create new friendships.
Ambitious women, hashtag ambitious women.
That's
I like
right,
it.
Boss Babe. So the panel is made up of like the founder of Beachbody is going to be there, Desk Yogi, CBS Interactive is going to be there. They've got a great doctor, Dr. Wendy Chang, and of course Stacey being the founder herself is going to be present.
Right,
and I'm going to be there.
Oh, that's all we need to know.
And time's up. So yes, a lot of events popping up all over about wealth and women for sure.
Something there for everyone.
Right?
Women, wine,
Maybe,
wisdom.
man, I think you're there Saturday.
I don't know if I'm invited.
Rob, isn't Rob doing the undie run that day? yeah. I was planning to be in Santa Monica anyway, so we'll just go from women, wine, and wisdom to the undie run.
Right, we'll go drink some wine and go out and record.
I'll do it if you guys are doing it.
It's going to be a total virtual reality experience.
I love that so much.
No comment.
No comment. What?
And then Ariane, we got videos. I mean, I think videos are all the rage in wealth today. I mean, I don't care if you have an online business or you are just a traditional business. You've got to have your videos up to par, right, in today's world?
Yeah, I mean, the videos make things so relatable and so punchy. I mean, just looking at the video that we just saw, for instance, it's so much more powerful to see the video than it is just to hear about it. Yeah, love it.
For sure.
Well, it's incredible. So Erin Alexander obviously has mastered transforming your business, transforming your life. She's got a great program, Lights, Camera, Action, and we have a look at her life. Let's see.
Erin Alexander, I'm a Rock Your Business coach, and this is my life. I grew up in Kansas, and I did everything I was supposed to do. I went to college, I got a job, I was successful, and I was miserable. And I was living in LA, working in the fashion business with a very glamorous, successful career, and I was so unhappy. I just didn't know why. Fast forward 10 years later, I have an amazing business as a Rock Your Business coach with clients all over the world. I'm a working actor on amazing TV shows. So I never dreamt as a little girl in Kansas that I would grow up and be living the life that I do today in LA. But what I found was life has bigger plans than I did. When I just said yes to the opportunities in front of me, things just kept unfolding so beautifully and so perfectly, and here I am. And this is my life.
I love her.
I love Ariane. I love her. Yeah.
She is amazing.
She does. She has such incredible energy.
Such great energy and like truly a businesswoman and a healthy, conscious businesswoman.
Absolutely. One of my favorite quotes is Tony Robbins, and he says, we overestimate what we can accomplish in a year and underestimate what we can accomplish in a decade. And she's a testament to that right there. I mean, 10 years ago, she was in Kansas, miserable. Now she's here in LA killing it.
And how did you meet her, Rob?
The gym. My gym is a mecca. It is a mecca.
If you want to do business, just sign up for a great gym.
It's incredible. I mean, it's just chock full of really inspiring, successful, beautiful, strong women and men. But it's just a really.
So break it down for me, Rob. So you're
consequence.
working
Yeah.
out, you see all these incredible, amazing
Yeah.
women with all this light and whatever. And so are you the one with like the, you know, and you're like, hey girl.
Like, what time is it, girl?
Yeah, how do you start this conversation?
You know, it's funny. It's like the more you see people, you know, you just feel like you know them without knowing them. So even though you haven't introduced yourself, you haven't said anything, people just feel like you know each other. You know, you feel like you know each other. So before long, you end up saying, "Hey, how are you?" And then 3 weeks later, you move on from there. And so it just happens real organically. But it's also a very social gym. So people are just very friendly. Like I think when I met Erin, we just started a conversation. Next thing I know, she's like, "Hey, this is Alyssa, and this is Emilio, and this is Lori and Chris Harder, and this is." I was like, "Geez." She's a super connector.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've met some incredible people just from, you go to the gym, so keep it up. Keep it up, fella.
Keep waking up at 3 a.m., go to the gym, and get us amazing guests on the show.
This is where teamwork
right.
for a business
That's
works,
right.
right? So on that note, you guys, let's take a little break, and when we come back, I love this conversation. It's all about 7 levels of investors, and I think that in today's world, we all need to become more educated.
Yeah.
We need to not live in a fantasy land and delusion, and we need to start taking control of our money, our finances, and begin to go, this is where I really want to be as a human being. So,
and that goes beyond downloading the Coinbase app. This is real. We need to have an understanding of our investments.
that's right, you guys. So stay tuned. We'll be right back talking about the 7 levels of investors.
I'm Jasmine Moyer, co-host of Good Morning La La Land with my girl Victoria Simone.
Hey girl!
And in case you missed us live, this was This Week in La La Land.
Yes, let's hear it.
On Monday, we namaste all day with America's youngest yoga instructor, Tabe Atkins.
What?
Tuesday, we had the inspiring story of Allison Marie Raguso and her creation of Bogavia,
Beauty of the Adriatic.
We love it. Wednesday was Richie Shane of World's Greatest Vacation, and Thursday we had a studio full of love with Love Pets Photography, Glenn and Coco, Saving Canine Lives Plus with Jasmine Kimball, and Sylvie Bordeaux continued the legacy with Muffins Halo. On Friday it was Love, Dating, and Relationships with Chad Johnson.
Ooh, the Chatteler.
That's right, from The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and Famously Single.
With our guy Rob Mack. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in La La Land. I'm Victoria Simone. This is Jessalyn Moyer. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into This Week in Focus. I am your host, Victoria Simone, bringing you some of the highlights of what was filmed last week at the Focus TV network, which is America's first video streaming talk show network. Today I have my favorite Jessalyn Moyer, host of Good Morning La La Land, helping me out. First up, we had Moms Matter, hosted by Shirin Yadagard. We shot The Alyssa Goodman Show with the amazing Alyssa Goodman herself. We shot Game Changers with Annalise Getz. Aside from our normal lineup, we had Good Morning La La Land, who was on your show.
Allison Marie Raguso, creator of Bogavia. We also had Richie Shane, creator of The World's Greatest Vacations. And Friday, Chad Johnson, Bachelorette, Famously Single. And we had a whole studio full of pet love this week with Love Pets Photography, Saving Canine Lives, and Muffins Halo.
Thanks for tuning into This Week in Focus. I'm your host, Victoria Simone. Jez, thanks for helping me out. Bye-bye.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are celebrating Wealth Wednesday today with 2 amazing guests. We have Arian Alexander, transforming your life, transforming your business, lights, camera, action style, and Amanda Russell. She's an incredibly fit, incredibly sexy girl. She's giving us tips from Fit, Strong, and Sexy later in the show.
Well, she's also a UCLA professor, so she
Professor of
understands,
influence.
right? So she really does. I mean, she puts a lot of business plans together and everything else. So, and she always says, you know, my health is the most important thing. If I don't have that, I don't have true wealth, right?
It's true. You can't do anything if you're not healthy.
Not going to work out so much.
Yeah,
And she is nonstop.
yeah she is.
She is, absolutely.
So let's break it down, Erin. What are the 7 levels of investors?
Okay, let's do this thing, you guys. So it's Wealth Wednesday, and this is a great, it's not really just an article. It's actually Dr. Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He really is one of my go-to people when I think of anything in the financial world. And the reason why is because he just breaks it down into really simple terms that are totally applicable.
Yeah, he makes it totally accessible.
Totally accessible. Okay, so there's basically 7 levels, and level 1 is actually, they call it level 0, because they call it the non-existent investor. And so basically this person does not have a penny in savings, they don't invest, and they have no interest in investing. So they do have the concept of, you'll hear them a lot say, like, if I just made more money, if I just had more money, or the right job, or the right situation, or the economy's bad, or whatever it is, basically they're looking for something to happen in the outside world.
Is that the poor dad concept?
No, the poor dad concept is more about it's about having a good job and doing the right thing that the society has told you. But yeah, absolutely.
And in some cases, it may be completely legitimate, right? So if you're not making enough money to pay basic, like you can't live, if you're living below a level of subsistence and you're like living a level of poverty, of course.
Well, it's really alarming actually, because this blog, themilliondollarblog.com, it actually said about 50% of adults are actually in this category. 50% of American
It's really
adults.
scary. Well,
Yeah,
and it's scary because, as we know, look, there's times when the economy's okay. We could go into a depression. We don't know. So it's all good if there's still jobs. But the problem is there may not be jobs. So what do you do if you don't have anything in savings and nothing invested, and then all of a sudden something happens, right? So that's one of the things. A lot of the big names are predicting that we may have a big crash, anytime soon. And so we just want to get prepared and not be, falling into those times and then thinking we're a victim of the world, when really we didn't take the time to do investments or save money, right?
Yes.
So number 2 or number 1, I'm going to say level 1 because that's what they call it. These are the borrowers. These are people that they look like they are having a great lifestyle. They got great cars, great clothes, and they have, a ton of debt.
So the majority of Los Angeles is a
majority of the
borrower.
I would imagine the majority of America.
Right?
Yeah.
They drive their Beamers, they go home to their crappy apartment, but hey, it's all about the facade.
It looks great until one day it all crumbles down, right? So a lot of toys, a lot of keeping up with the Joneses, right? Okay. So number 3 are the savers. And look, there's nothing better or worse. We're all having a human experience here. So this isn't about judgment. This is about choice for each of us, okay? So savers, as we know, are people that, they save money, they save up for their vacations, they save up to buy a car, they save up whatever. They're very, very conservative. And it's fine, savers do okay, but they generally don't have much of a life because they're not living life. There's a flow of money, right? So
is it fair to say that some of these savers are trapped in like a fear mindset?
For sure. For sure. Thinking that, saving for that depression when, we should be smart, but not being ruled by that depression, potential depression. Okay, so level number 3 are smart investors. So smart investors, there's 3 levels of smart investors. There's the smart, the cynical, and basically the gambler. And we all know these people. So they passively invest. They may invest in, say, some stock market. They may invest in a cryptocurrency. They may invest in whatever, but they're either like so smart that they're just like, they're
like super
passive.
Conservative?
Yeah, they're like so conservative. They're like, oh, I don't know anything about finances. I just leave that up to the experts, and they're the ones that lose when the market crashes, right? Or they're so cynical that they just don't invest in anything, or they are gamblers and they're constantly like, oh, this is going to be the next thing that's going to make me a millionaire, right?
What are the Bitcoin folks?
Well, it depends on the Bitcoin. If they're holders,
if
they hold Bitcoin, they're considered in a different category than if they do, if they're just like riding the tide. Oh, it's up, I'm going to try and sell, I'm going to go down, and bottom line is they might win, 8 out of 10 times, but they get caught with their pants down at some point in time.
All right. Okay.
Keep those pants up.
That's right.
Brings us to level 4, the long-term investor with the pants up.
Right. So according to this group of people, they really think that at least we could get to long-term investments. So that means holding something, whether it be the stock, whether it be the cryptocurrency, whether it be whatever it is that you believe in, holding it. Because we found time and time again that the person that holds, at least they don't generally lose as much as somebody who's going in and out of things.
Well,
Gotcha.
What I really thought was interesting about this, it was really focused on living within your means and minimizing your debt for the person that thinks that way.
Right.
No fun.
I know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can look at it whatever way. They're generally, I think there's about 2/3 of the population is considered more of the passive investor. So someone who's more of a long-term is actually, they're scaling up in their investment ability.
The article did mention that most of the millionaires in America actually are on this level, the long-term investing level.
So the strategic thinking.
So the millionaire next door, these are long-term investors that tend to hold and live below their means, have debt a little low, and kind of, you know, scale their way up. But they don't have really necessarily exciting lives. They just have what America
secure,
would,
stable ones.
Yeah, right?
They're not the kind of Monte Cristo.
No, Jess.
No, definitely not.
Good call.
So level 5 is sophisticated investors, and these are active investors. They're active in their investments. They are learning all the time. They're going, what do I need to learn? What markets am I interested in investing in? They're actively involved, right? So they're growing. They're opening up. They're going and reading the next book of the preacher out there that invests, right?
Gotcha. So they're consistently educating themselves and they're applying what they
right.
learn.
Okay. And I don't know what the percentage of that is, but I mean, I think that sophisticated investors. Oh, they also they have a track record of winning, and they generally do 25% returns to infinity.
Oh, wow.
So they're taking more risky things, but they're also educating themselves in the area. So an example of this might be someone who's buying and fixing up a home, but keeping the home, right? So they've bought it really low, they've educated themselves, they bought it, they're not just necessarily flipping it, but they're holding it also, right? Or they're, so that's an example of something like that. And then lastly are capitalists. And this is something new, I didn't even know that this is what they're called. So capitalist is truly someone who actually creates the investments that we would be investing in.
So they make money off of other people making money.
Right?
Yep.
They do OPM, which is considered other people's money. They leverage, they borrow, but not too extremely. They create things. These are the Facebook people, the Google, the this, the that, whatever. They're creating things that other people are investing in. I'm thinking this is the category I want to be in, right?
Well, they expect returns of 100% to infinity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sign me up for that.
Right? So they have large businesses and they have large investments. So these are no dummies at all. These are the people that they understand, they've looked from that 50-foot, radius of going, how do we look at this as a monopoly game, and how do we strategically do this?
Could be a tiny number of those people.
Very, very small number.
What level of investor are you?
No.
So where would you guys like to be?
I want to be a capitalist. Who wouldn't want to be a capitalist? I want 100% return to infinity.
It's funny, I have a friend, and he said something really interesting one day. He was working all these jobs growing up, and then eventually he got into a business. We won't say what that business was, but he said, I always had trouble sort of saving money. I never understood the idea of saving and investing and all this stuff. And then he said, I got to a place in my life where I finally figured it out. He said, I was making so much money, I couldn't spend it fast enough, so my savings just kept going up, up, and up, and I didn't know where to put the money, so I just started throwing it in other investments. And he said, I started learning more and more. And I said, yeah, that's kind of what we all hope to achieve one day. You're making so much money that you can't spend it fast enough. But the truth is, it would really help to be a lot more strategic and intentional about
I just don't know where to
plan.
get the knowledge about it, really, because most of the women in my family, and when I grew up, the men managed the money. I never was taught really how to manage my own finances and how to be smart about it. So it was always something, not necessarily that I feared, but I just didn't understand.
Yeah. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that book, highly recommended. Cash Flow Quadrant, also by the same author, Kiyosaki. Highly, highly recommend those two books. You'll get the foundation to what it means to have an asset versus a liability, and really getting your mindset around it. But the other thing that was, I think, the most important thing out of all this, and the biggest thing that I learned out of Rich Dad, Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, is that wealthy people do this. They do not buy the cars or the luxury items until they have enough residual income or the principal coming off of investments to pay for that lifestyle. So that I would say is the number one principle that true wealthy people live off of.
Wow, so interesting.
Yep.
Gotta get money game up. Gotta get the money and investing game up.
It's just like anything in the universe. If we look at it, it's all a relationship. So the problem is when we go, oh, I don't want to think about that, I don't want to look at that, we just like hand it off. When you begin to look at it, it might be painful at first, but then you begin to really look at it, understand it, and in that understanding, you have more power and you have a better relationship to money.
Yeah, absolutely. I took an action theory course once, and the entire point of the course was that like most of us don't do things in our lives, particularly really big things, because we see them as really big. But if we make them sort of break them down to really bite-sized pieces, anything's possible. I mean, you can literally climb a mountain if you just think about it one step at a time. And so I really try to focus as small as I can.
Well,
I
love that, right? Joel Osteen says always pay the smallest debt first, so at least you paid something off. Even if it has the lowest interest, pay that small debt, so at least you can check it off the list.
Right.
It's a good example, and then you feel like you're making progress as well.
Absolutely. Well, I love this conversation. I think it's very important this time in history especially that we all educate ourselves and just know that we've got to be preventative for whatever's going to happen in the economy because we don't know exactly, right?
Yeah.
So I'm so excited to have these two interviews with the epic women. So we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about basically how to keep your health right, which is really your ultimate wealth. Without health, we have nothing. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back to talk to Amanda Russell.
I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Papra.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the globe.
Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessa Moye.
And we're making history as the first live streaming daily talk show.
This is where all kinds of shit happens.
Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles, at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. So Kelly, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alyssa. This is so fun.
I know.
What's up, Rose girls? I'm Jessica Carroll. Today we're gonna have so much fun because we have fitness personality Katie Austin.
Hey,
we're
thanks
having
for having me on.
with
Cheers.
Katie Austin.
I love it. It
Cheers.
feels like a Saturday.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest. In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. I mean, no big deal, but huge. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Are we so excited right now?
We are so excited.
I mean, we have roses, we have perfect lighting, we've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, having a conscious conversation in the heart of Hollywood. And I'm honored to have the guest today, who is Christina Pascucci, who is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor to be here with you. I so appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Barnett with Millennial Mom on Focus TV. And today I have Jennifer Yen here today to chat with me about all things mom related. So you actually started your career as an actress and you were on the very famous TV series Power Rangers, right?
Yes, I used to fight them as my first career.
You're watching Beige Bay TV. It's fitness expert and your Beige Bay Edwina Chia. Ladies and genticles, Tiffany Angulo, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. You know, you're my Beige Bay of the week, not only because of your nationality, but because you just seem like the girl who does it all.
Hi everybody, I'm Allie Landry and welcome to Reshape TV. I have created an online platform, ReshapeLive.com and Reshape TV, to provide a place where women can learn from the very best resources for those of us who are striving to reshape our lives and live an optimal, healthy lifestyle.
Hey LA, I'm Gwen Lane with the LA Girl, and I'm here with Liz Hernandez, former TV host at Access Hollywood and now the founder of Wordiful. So excited to hear more about that. Liz, thank you so much for being here today.
Hi Gwen, thanks for having me.
Hi everyone, it's Michelle Gillette, life coach and host of the Spotlight series on Focus TV. And joining us today is our dear friend, Shalini Videra.
And thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm so happy to be here.
You're the perfect person to be here because we love anything that is, women helping other women, women empowering other women.
Hi, I'm Janet Gunn here with Focus TV for my segment of Fearless Females. And today I interview Doriana Richmond. You're gonna love listening to Doriana. Not only is she beautiful, but she's so heartfelt, and she has created this amazing jewelry line called Stone Simple.
Hi. Oh, thank you for that introduction.
Yeah,
wow.
of course. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, and welcome to Everyday Game Changers, the show that features people giving back to their community. I'm your host, Annalise Getz, and today we are joined by Rolanda Watt. Rolanda is a stand-up comedian, she's an actress, she's a television personality, and she is a philanthropist, which is why she's here today. So thank you for joining us, Rolanda.
Thank you for having me. A joy to be here.
Today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with, and that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new magical episode of Soul Reboot. I am your host, Allison Charles. Please welcome and meet this powerful divine queen whose name is Daphne Wayans. I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm so honored to be here.
Los Angeles, California. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are so excited to have Amanda Russell, who is fit, strong, and sexy, and she is a UCLA professor in influencer marketing. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
So glad to have you here.
You are the epitome of your brand. Can I just say that when you walk in and you are one of the most fit, strong, and sexy women I have ever met.
Thank you. That means the world. You know, the name actually came about. I was very scared to use the name for the brand, and I did it because I didn't want it to be my name. And we actually did a focus group or like a poll on my audience on what was the winning name, and that won by a landslide.
Really?
Isn't that fascinating when you do those polls?
People buzz at that title. So that was why it was. It was really for buzz.
Yeah, but you're smart about that. I mean, you also are a mastermind at influencer marketing, so you get it.
I'm a big fan of collaboration. Yes, collaboration using other people to grow together. Yes.
Well, we are so excited to collaborate with you. You introduced the Fit Strong Sexy Challenge this month for the new year.
Because all of you really need to lose weight. This is like the Fit Strong and Sexiest group.
Well, we always feel we can become more fit, strong, and sexy.
We're gonna have Rob Mack just strip down. We gotta see that.
Are we?
He's like so fit.
We have a really great guest on the show, Lori Harder, and she is also a super fit queen. And her mantra, and I've adopted this into my life, is when you wake up, I am stronger. Oh God, now of course I'm gonna forget it.
It could be.
I'm more fit, more sexy, more wealthy than I was yesterday.
Right.
More fabulous. Lori, we have to have you back.
Remind us.
No, but I say a version of that every day now.
Do you?
Yeah. What do you say to yourself?
I am not a fan of personal mantras. I'm actually the opposite. I do not ever stand in the mirror and say these things to myself.
You don't need to. You just look at yourself.
Yes, I like. I'm a big fan of like the kind of the greater why. Like there's if you've ever watched Simon Sinek's video on the greater why, I think a goal. I just feel, but everything it's always different for somebody else. Standing in the mirror or telling myself I am beautiful, I am strong. It just feels like I'm being fake to myself. Like this. What?
So what do you see when you look in the mirror?
You know, I'm actually, this is very odd, but I'm very objective. So and I don't, as Erin has probably witnessed, I don't actually look in the mirror unless I'm going to be on camera or it's a big event or some sort of special date or something. I do not it's kind of objective.
The interesting thing about you, Amanda, that I love so much is that when someone looks at you, they probably think, well, she's just obsessed with this whole, body thing, and you're not. You're a highly evolved woman. You're, obviously a professor. You're a very into learning and growing, and so that's why I think that your Fit, Strong, and Sexy is so brilliant, because you've made a way for people, women especially, to go, I'm busy. I'm up to incredible things in my life. I don't have time to necessarily always go to the gym. I can get on the computer, do a 5, 10, 20-minute thing, and work out and be done. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, and thank you. And I actually have to say, as she's saying that, and I'm thinking about it, when you look in the mirror, I think the problem is that we look in the mirror too much, and we sit there and think, what do we think of ourselves? Oh, my eyebrow is a little bit too high on the right. Oh, I've got bags today. And we can all do that, and I think the more that we do that, the more problems we have, right? So if you just stop that, it's like women that are trying to lose weight or are obsessed with their weight, and they step on the scale 7 times a day, they become obsessed with the scale, and their mood develops on it, their self-esteem, and it's the same thing when we look in the mirror. Like, you know what? Just be confident. 5 pounds up, 5 pounds down, eyebrow up, eyebrow down.
It's so fantastic, and that's actually something that's been kind of a theme for the show, because people do tend to take score of where they are in their lives, right? Whether it's with respect to weight or finances or whatnot, and that influences their mood. And then when you're in a low mood or a bad mood, you're just not quite as productive or efficient or effective at accomplishing whatever goal it is that you've set for yourself. So I absolutely love you saying that. It's so powerful. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I need a PhD in trying to get my eyebrows on around here. Like, how hard is it? Like, we can do a talk show, we can do all this, but to put your eyebrows on, it's like PhD level, honestly.
What is the mission for Fit, Strong, Sexy? What is your vision for this?
It is to raise the standard in your life. And I, starting this out, as I said, I wasn't sure about the brand name, because as I was an athlete most of my life, it's what got me to the U.S. in the first place, and knowing what it feels like to be really confident and really passionate and just on your game and not questioning every day, but just knowing, and then to have it taken away and be completely lost. I realized the impact of fitness, and not fitness as exercise, but fitness as a bigger thing, a bigger, greater purpose. But I know that with media, when you're trying to attract an audience, you have to go for periphery level. What's interesting to people? People want to lose weight. People want to tone up. They want to look better, lift their face, whatever that is. So if you go to people and you say, I'm going to transform your life inside and out, they're going to be like, oh God.
Good luck.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Right. But if you say, I'm going to get you fit, strong, sexy, so I package it in a way that's very media friendly, and you might come for those reasons, and that results do happen. But as you enter, you get more committed, and you become part of the community. You realize it's a catalyst for positive change in all different aspects of your life.
And what did you learn about yourself in doing this and creating this business?
The greatest thing that I learned was the power that comes from working and helping other people, because as an athlete, so much of your life, all of your focus is on you. If you win the race, you break a record, you go to the Olympics, you do all these things, but who cares? At the end of the day, I was so obsessed, and I'm like, it didn't touch anybody. I would be mortified if I came second place in some stupid race that nobody knows about, nobody cares, and I was kind of, I felt like it was the biggest tragedy in my life. A part of me died, and then it ended up steering me to working with other people and seeing that. I'm like, this is such a greater purpose than just all about me.
Yeah.
What's been the most rewarding in that?
Seeing the change. I think that and I'm sure you guys have all been in this position, but when you get the letters, and I'm not talking an email here or there or a Facebook message, but when some of the letters that I have gotten, in-depth, almost novels of people's lives where they've transformed, and it literally just brings you to tears. And they talk about micro-influencer, when they feel like they know you so well, they entrust information. Just the other day I got a really long email from a woman whose she had been experiencing domestic abuse and had not told anyone. And she finally had the courage to leave. She got her life, she got her confidence back. And you know, it's funny because you're like, well, because you lost 10 pounds? But that's the thing. There's something much bigger than that once you get into it. So I think that I mean, you can't. For sure. It's hard to explain because I hate to sound so fluffy, but it really is. Like, I never would have thought that, oh, helping other people. Right. It really is helping yourself more, but it is.
It's so true. Thank you for sharing your light with us and letting us be a part of this community.
So powerful.
We're going to get more fit, strong, and sexy.
I don't think, I have to say, as you guys were talking about fit, strong, and sexy, and there's always someone that can do better, be fitter, stronger. Actually, within this group, I don't think it gets fitter, stronger, sexier right here. Like, you know, like there's always the neighbor that's better, but there's no one better here. This is it.
Leading the charge,
this
though.
is it.
You know, I challenge myself to be better than I was yesterday, to feel stronger than I did yesterday. And it's not because I'm comparing myself to someone like Erin or someone like you. It's just because I want better for myself.
We were talking about that earlier, that it's not so much, I don't want to work out because I want to look a certain way or have somebody, you know, approve of me. It's that I have a stand with myself that's like, I want a certain energy level and I do want to fit my clothes a certain way. And it's not for anybody else at all. It's strictly for
Totally agree
myself.
with that, yeah. It's one of the things I love so much about you that inspires me so much is that you sort of embody this idea that getting more fit, strong, and sexy allows you to both connect more deeply with your true self and also connect more deeply with other people. And I discovered just as we're having this conversation that that's why I work out. That's why I go to the gym, because it's an opportunity to sort of connect with other people and to have a sense of community, but also to sort of dive deep into myself. I almost consider my working out a form of meditation. So
it is. It's a religion.
Yes, it is.
I just wrote an article about the religion of fitness because it has all of the same, the tenets of community, of ritual, of tradition, of repeat, and think. It's so much
so
of
true.
a religion.
So true.
So next time when my Italian mother gives me shit about not going to church, I'm like, oh, Mom, I'm in the church of YMCA lap pool.
I just Hail Married myself with 30 squats.
Exactly. I'm good. Yeah.
Good. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're so excited to get to know you and more about what you're doing and get more fit, strong, and sexy with you. More when we come back. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are live with a very special guest, a new member of the Focus TV family, Erin Alexander. Thank you for being such a light. It's so good to have you back.
Thank you.
She's back.
Thanks. It's so good to be
I'm
here.
so happy you just being here. I feel instantly happier.
That's what I like.
Yes, absolutely.
That's my mission.
So last time we spoke with you, we got kind of a rundown of all your stuff, which is incredible. You've been on so many different platforms, and one of the things that we wanted to have you back and talk to you about was the aspect that you're working with people with video, which is obviously, we get it, so we want to know everything. Like, how does that work with people?
Oh my gosh, there's so many little things that are let's call it tools that I've used that I've learned through the years of how to make video more powerful. So whether you're using it for social media, for Facebook Live videos, Instagram Live, YouTube, your website, any vlogs, like there's so many ways.
I need my pen. I gotta start taking notes right now.
Because it's this whole new frontier for people to use in their business, to actually understand how to utilize this power of video to connect with their audience and to magnify their message across the planet. So in order to do it effectively, efficiently, there's some very easy tricks and tools that I can teach that are awesome. And the first one is that you're never speaking to masses. So this is one pet peeve that I have of when I'm watching people do their videos on whatever platform it is they go, you guys, hey you guys.
Oh, I do that all the time. She's going to call me out.
Hello, everyone.
This is my room.
It's okay for you, though.
But no, you should have
no. So what do you say then?
Well, the thought is you're speaking to you, to one, because it's only one person on the other end.
Okay.
Because even if I'm sitting there watching your YouTube video with a friend, we don't have a shared mind. So it's only me actually watching you connecting. So, and it's more, for you guys with a TV show, it's actually, you are speaking to, you know, masses of thousands of people. So it's a little different. But someone that's creating a YouTube or a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live, in order to connect and actually build relationship, you're only actually speaking to one person.
When I watch your Facebook Live, I do feel like you're talking
Yeah.
to just me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, she mentioned Good Morning LaLaLand. She's talking right to me through my phone.
Yeah. Like, do you want some coffee? Water? Are you comfortable?
And you smile the entire time. I'm like, how? I mean, I need to like take lessons in that.
So that's the other, this is a huge tip, is I call it smiling while speaking. And I learned this the hard way because I was actually auditioning for a huge infomercial. And it was for the Magic Bullet, you know, those blenders, right? And they go,
you mean not the ones in the bedroom? Just kidding.
Oh.
Just kidding. Sorry. Different kind of infomercial. Sorry about that.
Definitely smiling while speaking then.
Doctor of Divinity? Doctor of Sexual Health. Yep.
So when I went for the callback, they said, we really like you. You need to smile more. And I was like, I smile all the time. I was like, what are you talking about? But what I got is there's a difference. Okay, so right now I'm not going to smile while I'm speaking. And I have resting bitch face. So I have a very when I'm not speaking, when I'm not smiling while I'm speaking, you might think I'm going to punch you.
Wow.
But I'm not, because I'm really happy. But when I smile, it's a whole different experience.
So lots of people say, well, that's inauthentic. That's not how you normally were. And I think, no, this is part of it. Becomes natural. It's like. It's like you sitting up straight versus slouching. It's not like it's inauthentic that you start sitting up straight.
It's just
a
part
trained
of
thing, right?
delivering our message. It's not putting anything else on. We already feel that way. We just need to look that way.
Yes. Exactly.
So how do you train yourself to do that?
It's literally practice. All I do, I practice it all the time. When I'm on my videos, I watch my videos and I see, because I can see immediately when I stop it.
Night and day.
It's night and day.
I have noticed, because of course I'm looking at people's shows, I'm seeing whatever, and I think the people who are smiling the whole time, that's the people that people like.
You literally said this the other day.
Yep, right?
Yeah. You noticed it, without really noticing. And some people do it more naturally, but especially someone. The thing is, it's like you say, like, it's in order to get your message across, in order to connect with your audience, it's not changing who you are, it's just understanding the medium that you're using. Right. Because if I'm talking to you like this about happiness and mindfulness and like this, like, are you going to listen to me?
Right. And this is true even over audio or over the phone. So even if you're not doing videos, right?
Yes.
I mean, people can tell when you're smiling and you're talking on the phone, even though they can't see you.
You know, it's so funny because whenever Rob is on the phone, and I can't hear what he's saying, but he looks so happy.
It's easy when I'm talking to you.
No, he's like, but when I see you on the phone with other people, you're like, you like have that smile. That's really interesting.
Right.
Erin and I are going to work on that.
I'm definitely going to work on that. I definitely have like more of that harsh thing that like, and some of my girlfriends say, you're one of the most misunderstood people I know. They'll go, because you actually have one of the biggest hearts, but you don't come across like that a lot. And I'm like, I know, I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never experienced that.
Yeah, right.
I really haven't. I wouldn't get friends with you otherwise.
Finally, she's figuring it out.
That's why I brought her on.
Okay, so go on. Sorry.
I think also kind of in service to that and what you're saying is on video, because it is a different platform. Okay, so it's something that we're not used to. And so it's just understanding how to use this platform, just like as in pictures. Like you might take a picture and be like, oh, I look awful. But if you just change a little bit of it's thoughts. Okay, so here's one of my secrets for taking pictures. Just a side note is like when you're taking, because people take selfies and or pictures and they're like scared. They're like, do I look good? Oh, I hope I look good.
Or they look like a duck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or they just use the phone to block their face. So isn't it like a mirror selfie where you can't see their actual face?
That's true. So in video and in photos, it's the thoughts that we're picking up on anyway. So whatever we're running inside our head is what we're picking up on. So whether it's a still photo or a video, it's what you're thinking. So to be very aware when you're making a video of that I have someone that one person I'm speaking to, it better be someone that I really love and that warms my heart. Because so right now, see, you guys just went, see, it just shifted your energy just to think about that one person that like
is usually for me, like it could be my cat even. Like I love my cat so much and it makes me like, not that I'm gonna talk to my cat on a video, but like, or my best friend. I'll think
She's a
of
cat
her,
lady.
right?
Yeah. So what do you think of when you're doing these videos?
Well, I think of either my best friend, like I'm actually just speaking to my best friend, or I think of my ideal client. So whoever's my ideal client that I just love working with so much, I think of her when I'm speaking on my videos.
Your
And it's
pretend
just
friend.
that- Yes.
She chose a cat and pretend friend.
So
I had one of those for a long time as a kid. Yeah.
Bring her back.
Yeah.
It makes all the difference. So really, when you have that one person in mind, or you have those thoughts of someone or something that you really love, it changes the whole vibe of what you're doing.
Is that part of the reason that music is so powerful?
Yes. Yeah. You can put music under a video and it changes the whole experience, right? Because we feel it. Because that's the thing with videos, we're feeling the whole experience. So the other thing that is important in videos too is having clarity in your message, because it's like what happens when people can get on video is they just start rambling about like so what I do with clients, so I have a whole coaching program around this. It's called Lights, Camera, Action: How to Get Over Yourself and Do Video Already.
So great.
Video already.
I like that.
Yeah.
So good.
Because this is what it is. It's like, get over yourself and get on camera and spread that message and spread that powerful light that you are, instead of being scared. So my video program is about this, and what I do in this is we go through like giving you a strategy of what you say on videos, because most people just turn on a camera and start talking.
Oh, it's the worst. Yeah.
And then it's like rambling, and then they're like, oh, did I talk about that?
I know. Right?
Oh,
And then they do the thing, oh, oops, I didn't realize I was rolling.
It's been 25 minutes.
What is that?
That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
So how do you, a client comes to you, they're doing the program, how often do you tell them to do videos, whether it be live stream or for their business or whatever? Do you have like a formula for that?
Definitely, at least once a week. I mean, that's like the minimum. Because the whole thing is, with anything that you learn a new skill set in, you have to do it consistently. So with videos, that is a huge thing. Is like, you just have to get on camera and do it. So for your social media, for your website, for your vlogs, it's the consistency that's going to help build that audience and engage people. So at least once a week. When they're in my program, it's twice a week. And people are like, oh my God, that's so scary. And I'm like, I know. That's why you're doing this. That's the whole point, is to get consistent and get over your fears. And sometimes I'll do like a 5-day challenge, and that, like, people love that too, because then they're just getting on camera no matter what.
And how long? 5 minutes, 20 minutes, how long?
It doesn't even matter, because every platform is so different. Because Instagram, the videos are a minute, you know, and they're 15 seconds on Insta Story. And Facebook, they can be longer. So it's whatever platform you're using, it doesn't matter. It's just getting on camera, saying your thing, having a plan, knowing who you're talking to, smiling while you're speaking, and really just not worrying about if you're good enough. Because that's the whole thing, is like, there is no good enough. It's never good enough. I mean, we all watch our videos and we're like, they could all be better all the time.
Why do you think so many people have that it's not going to be good enough seed in them?
Well, if we really drill it down, it's like, if I'm not good enough, then I won't be loved, and you know, then I won't have anything. I mean, it's really like, I learned this many years ago in Tony Robbins' work. It's like, just drilling it down. It's like the core fears are like, I won't be loved. You know, if I'm not loved, so if I'm not good enough, then I won't be loved. I mean, it's literally drilling it down to that. So if that fear is there, which is, you know, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not good enough, it kind of runs in a lot of people. So it's just understanding that, you know, we're talking about mindfulness and thoughts, and they're just thoughts. They don't mean anything. It doesn't mean, in the minute I think I'm not good enough, it doesn't mean anything. Right.
So many people put so much power in their thoughts and in their mind, right? How do you stop that?
That's a great question. And I don't think it's stopping it. I think it's just coming more in the awareness that I have access to all of the source and abundance and deliciousness of life that's here, period. So it's more the awareness that I already am the beingness that I desire. Like, I don't have to stop the thoughts, because I was talking to my friend the other day, I'm like, the thoughts are like this. They come in. If I think of my thoughts this morning, oh my God, I'm like a crazy, if I really
something got in my mind, it would be like, right? Yeah.
I mean, literally, it's like, I'm fat. No, I'm really not that fat. Well, I'm not as fat as I was last year. I'm fatter than I was last week. Do I look okay? Do I say the right thing? I think I'm saying the right thing. I think my makeup's okay. Is my makeup okay? I mean, that's literally what goes.
It's like, let me just throw on the straitjacket now.
Right. So the thoughts are like this because they just come in all the time and we can't stop it. So what I've learned in my practice is just to know that this is going to happen, but I don't have to attach to every thought that comes in. And I can just continue to be like, oh, that's cute.
Let them just flow down that river.
Yeah,
I love that.
And just come back into like the inner well-being that is actually here.
I love
because
that.
we all have access to this inner well-being.
And so where can people find you? Because we're running out of time,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
On social media networks, it's just my name at Erin Alexander on Instagram and Facebook. And then for my Lights, Camera, Action, for more information about that, because it's super fun, I have a and then what I talked about today, the steps that I already gave you, the tips, I have a 9-step guide to rock your videos. That's
awesome.
at videoactionguide.com. So that you can just go to Video Action Guide and get those 9, what we talked about today, and even more to help people rock their videos.
I love that. Oh my gosh, it's been such a pleasure. And you just come in with this huge smile. It's very inspirational. I'm going to be taking your tips for sure.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for everything. We look forward to following up, and maybe you'll, I don't know, come on and give us some more tips about a lot of things in the future. All right?
Yeah, we have so many, and it's a lot to remember. But somehow I feel if I just show up to your Lights, Camera, Action workshop, I won't have to remember any of them. You can just give them to me.
Give
Yes, I'll bring you in here again. And
Or you just show up to the gym, Rob.
That-
You've done that.
There you go.
But I'll go to the workshop.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much. And we'll be right back to recap the day and have a divine day. We'll be right back. Wow, I love those women, Ariane and Amanda Russell, incredibly advanced women consciously, and they understand wealth on all levels, right?
Especially when it comes to social media, you know, they both have built their platforms on influence and their business on that. And it's just so important to stay grounded in it, to recognize it, to smile when we're doing it. Thank you so much for sharing those tips, Ariane.
And so speaking of influence and influencers, we are so excited. The Focus TV, Focus magazine comes out tomorrow, and we have it hot off the press. You can't see the front yet because we're going to show it all tomorrow, but we want to give a little surprise and shout out to our dear friend, Amanda Russell. She's actually in the magazine, and so she's not seen this yet. So Amanda, if you're watching, I'm actually going on a walk with her this afternoon, and I'm going to bring her in the studio, and we're going to give her a little surprise on this one. And it's a beautiful spread on her. She's amazing. She has Fit, Strong, and Sexy, which is a big YouTube and private online course you can take that's monthly for doing all kinds of different fitness from your house, because we have very busy lifestyles today. And she also is a professor at UCLA and teaches influencing. So she's an incredible, amazing woman. So she's got a 4-page spread in here, so you want to check out the magazine.
She is fit, strong, and sexy.
She's definitely fit and strong and sexy,
and
for sure.
also in the issue, yours truly, it's us.
That's us.
Gonna give a big shout out to photographer to the stars, Jerry Lerner, and also Focus TV photographer. Love Jerry, just fantastic.
Love Jerry.
How
Jerry
good is that
is
picture?
so special to us. He is our official set photographer. We love Jerry. He's right here in West Hollywood. If you're looking for headshots, editorials, or just you're like a great profile picture.
And he's so
He's the man.
easy to work with, and he's just, I mean, absolute professional, and he's just got such a great big heart and great energy. It's just so fun.
And he does great headshots, great headshots. He's got a great studio out of his place, and just, I mean, loving, giving. He understands wealth. He understands it's all about relationships for sure.
We love you, Jerry.
Yes, we love you, Jerry. He's so community empowered. You know, he brought by Darren Holla of Holla Denim, and you know, he's brought in some really great oils and lip balms for us all the way from New York. So he's always on our mind, and we're so excited to celebrate the community that he's creating. And also, tomorrow we have a very, very special guest. I'm so excited to have them in the studio. I had the honor of interviewing them and writing a very special feature, and I can't wait to share that with them tomorrow, 9 a.m., Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and
Right, we're going to show you the cover of the magazine. So we can't show it right now. It's one of our little surprises.
Yes, we're going to have the cover story here. We're going to do a huge surprise. We're so excited just to be a part of the influence issue of Focus Magazine. This is truly an incredible honor.
Super cool.
So cool.
Excited.
So Wealth Wednesday.
And then tomorrow.
I love Wealth Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a great, because it always makes me like.
Does it make you feel like $1 million?
It makes me feel like $1 million, yeah.
It does.
It keeps me up on the game, you know?
I just love this show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. It's going to be a good morning, LaLaLand.
It's a great day. Have a great day, you guys.
Have a good day,
Enjoy
guys.
yourself.